Hello and welcome to the Wasteland. I'm going to start this episode off slightly different from normal. I want to cover three things before we get things started. First of all, I did a poll between episode 5 and episode 6 asking if you would like to have a peek behind the AI curtain and see what Kaiser's Legion is up to, and as of the date of this recording, over 80% did want to see that. So, going to have to do some console commands here. Tag CES. This is not available if you are playing in Ironman mode. And just be rest assured, I will not be changing anything that Kaiser has. I won't be doing a full look here, otherwise we'll be spending a whole episode doing that. But basically, here we have Kaiser's Legion. Lanius is in control. No big surprises here that I can really see. Decisions. Okay, Mole has been burned. Okay, so it's actually quite even here. If Caesar does have a stroke, and he's suffering some fainting spells. Okay, let's leave that alone. Research wise, Omar giddy on improvised gauze rifles. That's not going to be fun. 775 days. Crikey. Okay, production. What is he producing here? Rocket launchers, that's also not good. Heavy melee infantry, he's got maximum of that. Not great. Standard raw control. Okay, I think that's almost the best ships as well. Oof, they've been busy. Okay, what templates do they have here? Okay, that looks okay. Standard writer, just push this to the side here. Infantry 16 width, anti-tank. Okay, no surprises there. Although the rocket launchers is scaring me slightly. We've got some motorized infantry. Same support units. Special forces 20 width. Recon. Okay. Oh, 2 Sons Auxiliaries 8 width. Chariots. Everything has freaking rocket launchers attached. And power armor fire support. The Legion using power armor. Okay, this is not great. He also has 40,000 available manpower. 113 arms workshops, 16 naval factories. And let's call it over 150 units, but they all are very low on supply. Okay, here's his battle orders. He's got naval invasion set up here, and luckily for me he has 0 naval support, so that's not going to happen for now. If I can get my navy up top there, that would be great. His navy's locked up top here in the upper Colorado, so they must stay there. They'll suit me just fine. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Let's go back to being the NCR. The second thing I wanted to cover was I want to acknowledge the support I've been getting from 2 subscribers. I do love chatting and comparing ideas with all of you, but 2 subscribers have really stood out. Man, that's a bad way of saying it, but anyways, let's get to the point. Back when I conquered the Shi, I lost a unit of motorized infantry here, and it was bugging me, trying to think up a name for it. But Nightmare Demon Wolf came to my aid with not only the name of a Demon Wolves company, but also a nice little role-playing backstory for them. that they are or were Navarro territory resistance fighters who were so feared by the Shi they were named the Demon Wolves, and after the NCR conquered the Shi, they volunteered to fight on behalf of the NCR. So, Nightmare Demon Wolf, thank you once again for that help there. Then to my unofficial Devil's Advocate, Commander Min, who has really been keeping me on my toes, asking if the strategies I've been choosing have been the best ones. I want to thank you for that. He has constantly been concerned about my research, production and my manpower, and he is right to do so. I believe my research is going alright. I am quite well ahead in quite a few things, such as infantry equipment, fully maxed out the vehicles that I want, as well as until I get my sophisticated aircraft. I'm doing quite well here, having all the intermediate planes. Production, you can never have enough. I've said this many times. I have done some slight adjustment to my factories to make sure I keep up with my production, because even though I have 91 factories, I'm still battling to get enough grenade rifles and airplanes into the field. And then manpower is another big thing. Now I'm going to deal with that right now. I have 292 political power. I could use that either to very soon annex the Navarro territories. I could use it to core 2 states, but what I'm going to use it for instead is to change my conscription law, which I've kept at the default peacetime core up until now. I do want to go fully funded military that will effectively double my recruitable population from 3.5 to 7, although I will be losing 10% caps income and 5% construction speed. I'm happy with that, but just for now I just want to bump up a little bit to volunteer military. Now this is only a 1.5% boost, but with a population the size of the NCR, that could be over 10,000 troops. So I'm going to change that up, and then having a look at things leads me on to my third thing I want to cover, and that is I have some omissions to make. Firstly, I have missed an opportunity somewhere along the line. I'm no longer able to complete this little branch of the focus tree, because even though we did get the miracle at Boulder City, it hasn't been ticked off green here, so I don't know when I missed this, but I won't be able to complete this part of the branch, which has some pretty good things, including war goals against New Vegas, some nice boosts against the Legion, so I'm going to miss out on that. One thing I am going to do before I carry on is heavy artillery. The Brotherhood's power arm is the finest in the wasteland. Too bad it cannot stand up to a howitzer from half a mile away. We're going to do that. And the second omission is, in hindsight, against a buff Legion, I would not have done this a second time. This buff Legion I'm facing is no joke, and considering, like we just saw, he has 10 times the available manpower I would have much rather bled him down before advancing. But it is what it is. I will carry on, do my best here. What I've decided to do is I'm still focusing on supply hubs, so I've set up 3 small advances here. I have not included 10th Division into the line, as I have a supply issue, which is what I was afraid of. I have 2 major blockages here in the south and one here at Hoover Dam. I'm physically not able to get enough supply to my troops this way, and because this is Mojave territory land, I cannot build more. So that is actually going to be my biggest struggle, is keeping my troops supplied, and that is why I am still going to be aiming for the supply hubs. Okay, that's all that's said and done. Let's get this party started. And one day later, I have something very nice to report. I have some new war participants. In the previous episode, Tucson declared war on Genta de Sol down here to the south, and Genta de Sol has just called in the entire Rio Pact into the war, so that is making things a little bit better for me, because if they all take part, we actually now finally outnumber them. If they will, I don't know, but we'll have to see. Something that I have done just after the start is I have set up a cargo supply air wing, just to try increase the supply in the area here of West Arizona. Hopefully that can also make the difference. Okay, so the NCR has some heavy artillery. So new technology added, heavy artillery. We'll start with 3 volleys of artillery shells. We can go through that just now. Now next focus I want to do is down here, domestic demand. Now I'm not really concerned about the resources. What I'm concerned about there is the 3% increase to maximum production efficiency. Again, trying to make as much as I can, as fast as I can. Finally, are the Met Core and the first steps towards heavy industry flow of the NCR markets with the cheap and new goods, creating a huge demand. In the wasteland, nobody had the capacity to build electronics from scratch. They salvaged parts and created a mishmash of many other electronics. Hearing the news of freshly produced electronics, people stomped on each other in an attempt to buy a new radio made from Californian steel rather than buying a man-made salvage radio. Having freshly made electronics became a new trend, a status of wealth, with the demand of our goods at an all-time high, people paying ludicrous amounts of caps for a simple radio. We can expect competition in a few years. So all that is, resource gain efficiency plus 3%. This is the big one. Increase the maximum production efficiency there. Now I have gotten 3 rounds or 3 salvos of ammunition. Now there are a couple of ways of using this. You can, should be down at the bottom here now. I can ready some barrages here, and those will be used as a what do we call these, buffs, to be used against the enemy. You do have to manufacture them. They're here under build aircraft, so 155mm batch shells. I'm going to start with 5 factories on that. What they do is this: reward technologies, shell batch, service manpower. You can use it. It's almost like a minor mini nuke. Use it for close air support, strategic bombing, or nuclear strike with a range of 250 kilometers. Production cost is insane of 100. Now let me see if I have any in stock. No, there's no plus sign here, so I don't have any in stock yet. When I do get some in stock, I will not be using them here. I'll basically using them to set up a type of strategic bombing. Now, when I was talking about resupply earlier, this is what I meant. You see, all these yellow exclamation marks means that there is not enough supply in the area for my troops to actually move into position. Now, I've recently taken the Bullhead City supply zone, so hopefully that will help out with things. The one problem is it doesn't currently have a road linking to it, so I've now instructed 8th Division to now push towards this hub here, so I can try get these hubs all connected and supplying my troops. Now the colors tell you exactly what's going on here with the low supply. Okay, there is some civilian rule back in Bakersfield. Bakersfield has been under martial law for years as part of the Mojave Expedition's remit. But with the increasing control of the Mojave, the territory has been returned to civilian rule. It's been only a matter of time before we extend the same liberties to the rest of the Mojave and perhaps beyond. To the torch of the Pacific, gain base stability plus 5%. Very nice. Now what I've actually done is I have moved 10th Division from their guard position on the east side of the Colorado to the west, in the hopes that moving them out of these supply areas will actually give my troops more supply so they can make their advances on these damn supply hubs that I so desperately need. Alright, it's a new year, so let's have a look at how things are going. Unfortunately, Rio Pact here is doing nothing, so that is not helpful to me at all. I am leading in casualties, if you want to call it that, 10,000 less than them, and my manpower is going up. What I have also decided to do is I've changed up from having 3 separate advances to one army group order, still just with 1st, 2nd and 8th Division just pushing here, still on careful, but I'm actually going to try balance just for a little while just to see how that goes. Alright, domestic demand is finished. Now I've been having a look here, and even though there are some focus I would like to take, I don't believe right now is the best time. For example, I would like to get the FBI so I can take care of this anti-corruption, but I don't want to lose 5% stability when I'm struggling to get up to 50%. As well as I would love to take construction engineering, but it doesn't boost the construction speed of my military factories, so I'm not going to do that either. So I think at least for the short time I'm going to do no focuses, bank up as much political power as I can so I can do some coring of states. So far the balanced has not really made that much of a difference, but it's only been 3 days, so we'll have to see how things go still. Okay, another new war participant, the Free Fighters, has called the Pecos colony as our ally. Hopefully they'll actually do something in this war, because right now, they have started. Good. It's about damn time. And things are starting to heat up here a bit in the wasteland. As you can see, I've made a big advance there, and that is because fighting has now started in the south. Los Grandes, which is part of the Rio Pact, and Pecos colony is now fighting in the south against the Legion, so they're pulling their troops off this line to support them down here. Oh, this might be turning into my favorite, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope it is. And just when things were going good, there's a fly in the ointment. I now understand why I couldn't do those focuses for the Mojave. They have gone down the focus tree to rejoin the NCR. The Mojave territories no longer exists. So on the good side, they've left me with an additional 15 military factories, so I'm going to put those to work straight away. On the wrong button, looks like 2 naval dockyards as well. Another good thing is, and bad thing, their troops have up and vanished. So I did not get their troops to join my army, neither did I get their unit leaders. So that is both good and bad. They're not sucking supply, but at the same time my army didn't increase. What they have left me with, which sucks, is a whole bunch of resistance, which is now my problem. So I will no longer not be doing a national focus. I need to now do some resistance suppression here. Decisions, repair the next turbine. I don't care about that. But where is there? Okay, I'm going to turn you off. But that means projects. I can repair the western boat lift, so I can get my navy into the northern Colorado. Okay, so both good and bad things. Let's see if I can win out at the end. This is helping me out quite a lot. I hope this continues to suck their people off the line against me so I can continue advancing. Okay, with the Legion busy in the south, I've decided to go bold, and I have added 10th Division into my army group order and made a bit more of a more extensive line. Again, planning my route along supply hubs. Yeah, I'm going bold. And I'm going to buy, can I buy some, no, can't buy some dynamite, they don't like me enough, but I can buy some saws, just to increase my logistics. As you see, I'm still in the red in quite a few things, so I'm trying to produce as much as I can. Okay, there's no other way to put it. This is not planning on my part, this is pure luck and coincidence that I am doing so well right now, well being a relative term. I am now going to set up my artillery barrages, so that is a support, artillery ammo, and I am going to do my normal operations. They'll only work when they get, no, actually I want to turn that off, because otherwise I'll have to wait until there's at least like 20 or 30 of them, and they take forever. And I want to put them on strategic bombing in western Arizona, and I'll see if they can help me along some more. Let's just move that down there. Okay, so New Reno has sent 4 divisions to fight on my side. I have included my entire army of 80 units into my battle line. I am still, make that 81. I am still concerned about my manpower. I do want to, once I get to 150, increase it again to the fully funded military. I'm still battling with some supply issues here, so I don't have all my troops on the front line fighting. And so far so good. I think I'm going to either start pushing straight down south or across here to the east. I haven't decided that. Right now my main goal is to try to take out Kingman and Flagstaff, because that will be a massive boost to my war effort. People, I don't know what the hell is happening now. Ubros was at war with the Whitelegs, which I believe it still is. They have now decided to declare war on Kaiser's Legion. So there are now so many people taking part in this war, and we are definitely outnumbering Caesar's Legion by a big way. So I wonder if Kaiser's going to have a stroke soon. Okay, so I've taken Kingman over here. That is a big boost for me. I've decided to push just past Flagstaff, and then I want to start heading south, take this part of the river. I want these ports along in this what's it, Galley estuary, the whole thing's called, because I still have these ports giving me supply issues, even though I am attempting to construct more naval bases to up their supply, but so far it hasn't worked yet. And we have another new war participant. Whitelegs has gone Milites Electores and has joined Khazar's Legion. So this is turning into really the greatest war of this campaign so far. But so far we are winning, I think. Khazar's Legion is 15% towards capitulation. Once I take Flagstaff, they'll make a big difference. The only people who seem to be doing badly is Genta de Sol and the Realm of Diana. So quite a war going on here indeed. And that's it. The Flagstaff has fallen. The long siege of Caesar's absolute power fell at long last to the New California Republic. Although Kaiser stayed in command, the defense until defeat was all but certain. Even his military wisdom could not save the city. Okay, so that has taken Kaiser all the way instantly to 31% towards capitulation. So honestly, I thought I was going to get pushed back across this Colorado over here, but thanks to the intervention of the Rio Pact and Ubros, they've taken enough troops off the line that I am now advancing and doing some serious damage to Khazar's Legion. I'm still keeping my troops on careful so they don't extend my lines too fast. And I'm going to have to watch out for this little river crossing over here, as it's bitten me in the arse many times than I care to admit. But things are going okay. I've been looking at things here and I want to be a bit more bolder while the Khazar's Legion is distracted down here in the south and up north here with the Realm of Diana. And that is, I am going to change up my strategy ever so slightly. I am pushing 2nd and 8th Division down here south. I want to capture this area here and North Phoenix. I then want to use this almost as a pivot point of sorts, and then I'm going to send 1st Division to appear towards the border here with the foragers. What I am hoping to accomplish is that Ubros is able to keep these land crossings, well, the ones they have, secure, and take these to here to seal off any attack from the north. What I want to do is use this river as a barrier, take the north, and then start sweeping southwards with my units. It is a very large front and I don't want to start pushing too far south while I still have enemies in the north and east. I think it's the lesser of two evils when it comes to solutions otherwise. Another thing I've decided to do is, I'm going to say, to hell with it. I know my stability is low at 36 odd %, but I am going to go down this branch here for starting with propose the Revitalization Act, Decades of war, raid attacks, conscription and drought have left vast swaths of our rural territories extremely disadvantaged. We must fix this if we are to start any sort of economic recovery, and that's why I'm going down this route. I will lose 5% stability and 50 political power, but I'm going to start off getting quite a few civilian factories, which will be nice. I've already got a 10-day boost towards that. My Navy has won yet another victory here in the Gulf of California. There is the bulk of Khazar's fleet is still trapped up top here, and I am busy playing with the idea of actually doing the repair of the Hoover Dam so that I can actually send my fleet north to take them out. I don't think it's such a bad idea. They have currently no port that I can see for them to actually dock at and repair. So it might be a good chance for me to get some naval experience. So let me carry on pushing down here to the south, and then I'll push northeast after that. So my plan is working well so far. I have taken this land crossing here. I have removed 14th Division from the Army Group order to guard this land crossing. 8th is I've put them more up to balance, and they will mop up this area here, and hopefully this will be remain my hinge point. And I've already started sending 1st Division up north east over here to along this coastline. So that is all going to plan so far. Now for my next focus, I'm going to move from left to right, and I'm a bit fuzzy, but I believe that this create the Federal Bureau of Investigation helps raise my stability. So I want to try that one out first. The scourge of corruption and bribery within the Republic system is far too deep-rooted to simply wash away with window-dressing actions. We must begin concerted campaigns to purge corrupt actors in various parts of the state. So that I'll unlock some anti-corruption campaign decisions, and like I said, I'm a bit fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure this helps raise my stability. So the ends will justify the means. And this is one of the major problems I have with the AI that controls everything. 8th Division has just finished securing this coastline here, and a whole bunch of ports that I can now use to help supply my troops. And then when reassigning them into the Army Group order, there's basically a complete reshuffle. 2nd Division that was here has now been moved up and swapped with 10th Division. And of course, as Murphy's Law would have it, 8th Division has been moved from here all the way to the top. So I need them to basically set up themselves, and now they will now be pushing in this northeasterly direction. And I suppose I might as well put first. Yeah, first is still here, right? Yeah, 1st Division. And I'll put them on an order. I won't launch it, but I'll put them on an order to go against Navarro. I'll have that one on standby. Oh, I hate it when I don't look properly and I draw the lines all messed up. That could have been a massive problem. Is that right now? Yes, that's right. Okay, still same plan. Push northeast, use this as a hinge point, and then I can push either help in the north here or push down south to assist the rear pact. Let's start that one off, and I'll keep 1st Division on standby for now. Okay, let's see if my memory serves me correctly and have a look at these decisions. So I've got three options. Purge corrupt officers. This will improve my war support at the end of the day. For 120 days, I will get 30% less army experience, 10% less division organization, and plus 200 army leader cost. Purge corrupt officials will improve my political power gain. So for 120 days, I will get 0.5 less, and I'm only getting, okay, minus the 1.5 now. Okay, so it'll basically go half. And try corrupt businessmen. 120 days minus 10% factory output. So nothing for stability, but, or right now at least. Can't remember if there's more after this. Now I am a bit of a just rip the band-aid off kind of guy. So let's get this over and done with. So for 120 days, basically everything is going to suck. Okay, let's do that. Another victory. Okay, just one light cruiser taken out. Now, next focus shall be begin to tackle rampant consumerism. The Republic's people are plagued by the scourge of rampant consumerism, reminiscent of the old gasp of old American capitalism. It may be sustainable in the old world, but if we aren't able to tackle the vast expenditure of much needed resources on fast fashion and consumer goods, we may well end up like old America. This is very much complete opposite of what Hayes is going for. First of all, the old American values, and also with the focus we did not so long ago of domestic demand, which spoke about increasing consumerism with brand new manufactured radios. Oh well, but I do want to go down this route, and it's been a long time since I've done this by making Baja into a protected state of New California. So I really want to try this out. So take the bad with the good, I guess. This can cost me 50 political power, which, if you remembered, I've cut down to, I'll be getting 0.56 per day. So not a lot of political power coming my way, and I am really wanting to annex Navarro territories, but I guess we'll have to wait. So with tackling rampant consumerism taken care of, next one to the right will be land reform and research, which will simply give me some more water production in Boneyard. Our population has bloomed over recent years, and we're facing ever trickier logistical issues trying to make sure there's enough food on the table for all of them. By pursuing a policy of land reform and loans to small-scale farmers, we may be able to satisfy everyone. So we'll get that one out the way, because it's the next focus I want to do next. Now I am watching this very closely here. Thanks to the help of my unknown allies to the south and north, this is going a lot smoother than I thought. I've said that already, but I'm watching this land crossing very carefully here. As soon as they cross over here, I will be putting at least half of 8th Division, separating them from the armored group order to guard this river crossing. And 1st Division is making quick work of moving through to take Navarro out of the equation as well. I must say it's actually quite funny to see troops from Navarro and Tucson stuck on the other side of the river, where they can't do actually anything to support their own countries. I was sure that this used to be one border that you could put troops on, but it's two. So what I've actually decided to do is, instead of taking let's say 15 units just to guard this river and making 8th division effectively a non-usable division offensively, I've taken 5 off each of my 1st, 2nd and 8th, and they will each guard a section of this river crossing here. You can see they moving up to take place. And now for the next focus I want to do, I'm going to move on to the Barjar trade agreement. Murphy's proposal to tame Barjar does not involve wasting the lives of NCR citizens. Instead, he will promote a trade agreement with the people of Barjar. If we can open up new routes and rebuild their ports, we can trade water and electricity they need in exchange for Barjar gold. So we'll gain sympathizers' opinion, plus 25 from each of them. They get a whole bunch of infrastructure and building slots. And Greater Dagra also gets some infrastructure and 0.5 increase to their development. Now, if I remember correctly, I need to do this focus before I can go down. Yes, I must have completed Barjar trade agreement, so I can make Barjar into a protected state. So I'm going to start that off. And Reno briefly went to war against the Den. They have won that and have now returning their volunteers to fight by my side. Other than that, don't be alarmed about this outdated equipment. I have been researching to upgrade my ships. So once this longboat is finished being constructed, this alert will go away, and then we'll go on to, they'll go start to build the schooner hulls. Oh, I do love this event. I don't know why anybody would turn them away. So for a minor price, I can either increase my stability and get some political power, or I can increase my war support and get some manpower. Now, I always base my decision on what is the lowest tier. So my stability is the lowest. So I'm going to go buy some of the exotic goods for our people to get an extra 5% stability and 25 political power. Oh, I do love it when a plan works out, although I'm going to have to give some serious thought as to how I'm going to guard all these little borders I'm going to have, and in which direction I'm going to carry on pushing in this war. But with the Barjar trade agreement finished, I'm going to develop the urban industry hub, while our rural areas need drastic help to ensure they thrive far into the future. We also need to make sure our urban areas keep pace. And I'll be getting some more building slots and civilian workshops in Heroes 1 and Greenville of all places. Nice long 45-day focus there. So it's the 1st of January 2282, and I think I'm going to call this episode here. I've had some fantastic luck, and I need to take a break, do a pause, rethink my strategy with all these fronts that are coming on. War is now definitely in my favor. We've taken Khazar's Legion from 30% up to 59% of capitulation, and Navarro is on its way out as well. I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.